Hello, everyone. Welcome to my show, Going From Thousands to Millions. I'm really excited. I'm always excited because, I have such great people coming on the show. So I know you guys probably get sick of hearing me saying excited, but I'm excited to have Sam from Social Connections on. Hey, Sam. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
So tell me, what do you do? Actually, no, don't tell me what you do. Take me back.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
32?
Yes.
Were you born here?
No, actually living in the States. Grew up in Miami.
No way. So
Yes.
you're born in US?
Born in South Africa, moved to Miami, and then moved to Australia.
Sisters or brothers?
I've got 2 sisters and 1 brother.
Okay. So you're born in South Africa.
Yes.
You moved to US.
Yes.
How'd you end up here?
My dad actually used to own. My dad used to own an advertising agency. I was more like a traditional advertising agency. So he traveled to 15 countries, like all around the world, holding exhibitions.
Wow.
And that took us to Sydney, and we ended up loving it. And we ended up staying in Sydney for 1 year, and then we decided to move to Melbourne after that.
And then you just stayed here.
And then we settled here.
Okay.
Yes.
So you went to high school,
Yes.
finished high school,
Yes.
and take me back there. What did you do after you finished high school?
Good question. I went doing a bit of partying around for a little bit, like just enjoying myself. And then I decided to go to uni. I studied communication design at RMIT, which turned out to be a great course for me. And then after that, I decided to, do a bit of work. So I just went to work for for a bunch of agencies, doing digital marketing.
Yep. And then what did you do? So you did that for what, a couple of years?
Yeah, so I started full-time work. I actually got into affiliate marketing before going into an agency. So I met a guy at uni who was a developer, and he was doing something called SEO. At that time, I had no idea what SEO was. This is over 10 years ago. This is before SEO became a buzzword. And he was mentioning he was doing about 6 figures a month just doing SEO and basically selling links to other people. So I paid him to train me how to do that so that I can get into that same business.
So you paid him to teach you?
Yes.
Okay, you didn't pay him to do business with you together?
I paid
You
him
said,
to
I
teach
love what you're doing.
Yes.
This is really cool.
Yes.
Teach me.
That's right.
I love that.
Yeah, so I paid him. We did like a 2-day training course, and he told me, okay, just do your own thing now. So I started getting into affiliate marketing, which basically means selling other people's products. So selling everything from how to get a 6-pack, or fitness, getting fitness up, or cooking books. So I was ranking websites on Google, like .com, and I was making like really, really good money in a short amount of time. So that's when I thought, like, digital marketing, this is where I want to be at. So I did like a whole tour around the world. Splurged quite a lot before deciding to come back to Australia and actually start, focusing on actually building a career in the marketing industry.
Yeah.
So that's where I started working full time for a couple of agencies.
So you did that for a number of years?
I did that for a number of years. Then I went I started contracting out for some of the biggest agencies like, Columbus, Razorfish, some of the like really big agencies. And then I decided to move on and actually open up my own agency, Social Connection. Yeah. Which has been operational for about 4 years now.
Yeah.
And we've had great success. Like from the first 6 months, I was actually overwhelmed by the number of requests and clients actually were coming in and wanting to do business with us.
So tell me, you did the work, then you did some contract work.
Yes.
What made you take me back there, right?
Yes.
What made you say, you know what, I'm going to actually set up a business, my own business?
Yes.
What made you do that? What was the motive? What was the turning point for you to do that?
There was 2 reasons. The first reason was I didn't like working with the agencies because they had a very strict structure in terms of how they want things done, and I don't believe that that's how it should be done. Yeah. Because I've got the experience and the technical experience to know how to do it proper. Oh. And so that really bothered me. Like I just felt like I just wasn't doing justice to clients, like following a specific structure. Even though it works, but it just takes a very long time to implement and just a very tedious task. So that's something I didn't like. The other thing as well is the fact that dealing with like late invoices, not getting paid on time, having to invoice agencies and they pay me in like 2 or 3 months. So that really pushed me to the edge where I was like, you know what, I can't be bothered dealing with agencies anymore and actually setting up my
I
own.
want to do my own. So you saw something there,
Yes,
but you could do it better. You saw a better way
that's
of
right.
doing it.
That's right.
But that came from your passion, right?
That's right.
You had a passion,
Yes.
so you did this 2-day course,
Yes.
and you're like, I like this.
Yes.
And then you just keep building on.
Yes.
Am I right? You
Yes,
kept building
that's
on that
right.
passion.
Yes, that's right.
And then you're like, shit, I can do this better.
Yes.
I can do it. I can put my own twist on it.
Yes. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you started this.
Yes.
Right. And then tell me the first year.
Yes.
What was it like when you started your own business?
Oh, the first year was a very interesting year. Like when I announced that I started my agency, I first announced it on my social media, on my Instagram.
Yeah.
At the time, I had about 50K followers, roughly about that. And I was just overwhelmed by the number of inquiries I've had. Like people were just referring. So the first 6 months was insane. Like it was obviously a one-man band type agency.
Yeah.
So I was mostly doing all the work myself. And it just got overwhelming. Like after 6 months, like I just couldn't deal with the amount of work I was getting. So then I decided to, and obviously at that time it was a very difficult time. So I started losing a bit of clients as well because, I felt that I just wasn't giving them enough care and nurture to the actual campaigns that I was setting up for them. So that's when I decided to actually start hiring, staff to actually help out with the actual work. And then, fast forward 4 years later, like we got like a full operation going, and like my staff are trained by the exact same method I use. And I've, I travel quite a lot for work and for training. Like last year, I trained with the world's #1 Facebook advertiser in Singapore. So it was like a 2-day course as well. Paid quite a lot of money for that. But I invest a lot in education because education gets me where I'm at right now.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love your candidness and honesty. Okay.
Yes.
Because I see this happen a lot of times. There's
Yes.
actually people that are doing what you're doing.
Yes.
They're starting it, and I can see them because when you start a business, you're so excited.
That's right.
And then you get all these leads, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Wow,
Yeah.
I'm making money!"
Yeah.
Right? I remember, like when I was making 10 grand a month.
Yes.
I was like, I felt like the king.
Yeah.
Oh man, I definitely like I was so proud of myself, right?
Yes.
And it's funny how it doesn't matter what you do, it's all the same, right?
Right.
With me too, I was doing it, and then I'm like, wow, this is getting overwhelming.
Yeah, right.
And because we were passionate about what we were doing,
Yes.
we didn't do it Mickey Mouse.
No.
It was
Yes.
about, this is my passion. I want to go on this journey, and
Yeah.
this is going to be a long-term journey.
That's right. Yes.
And I'm going to dedicate myself
Yes.
to this. So the only way I can do this is take it from a little bit of a hobby.
Yes.
It starts a bit of a
Yeah,
hobby,
yeah,
right?
right.
It's a money-making
Yeah.
exercise, and also
Yes.
to prove to yourself that you can do it.
That's
Am I
right.
right?
Yes, that's right.
And then you're like, no. I love this. So I'm
Yeah.
going to actually take it to the next step.
Yes.
And it's funny because a lot of people, Sam, don't do that.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of young people that have the talent.
Yes.
They start, but they don't take it serious as a business to the next level.
That's right.
It
Yes.
fails.
Yes.
So it's really nice to
Yeah.
hear you confirm that again, that's how it has to be.
Exactly right.
So then, okay, I love this.
Yeah.
So you said education.
Yes.
I love that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so you invest a lot of money in educating yourself.
That's right.
Yeah. Why do you do that? I know you touched on it briefly, but
Yeah, look, I think education is crucial because, especially in my industry, it's moving at a very, very fast pace. Like digital marketing or the whole digital industry, it's changing on a daily basis, not even like on a weekly, on a daily basis. There's new things that, for example, Facebook rolls out or Instagram rolls out or LinkedIn rolls out. YouTube algorithm changes, SEO, Google search. There's so many variables that we have to constantly be educated on because, if we're not at the forefront, and to me, if I take a client on, I want to make sure the client gets the best, and I want them to actually walk around and say, oh, I'm actually proud. I'm working with Social Connection. These are the guys I want to work with, you know what I mean? So that's, to me, that's why I think education is very important. So I invest around 10 to 20K a year just in education.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm a massive believer of that.
Yes.
Because, for example, a lot of us come from different backgrounds. Everyone comes from a different background, but
Yes.
a lot of us come from, including myself, came from underprivileged background.
Yes.
But once you make the money, I think
Yes.
the number one investment should be back into yourself.
That's right. Absolutely.
Right? Now you have
Yes.
the tools.
Yes.
You know, money is a tool. What
That's
you
right.
do with it is what's important.
Exactly right.
You
Yes.
use that to educate
Yes.
yourself, because then you can share
Yes.
your knowledge,
Yes.
with your clients
Yes,
and
that's
other
right.
people, and you're actually giving back.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly,
So
yeah.
I love
I
that.
totally agree. Yes. Yes.
Awesome. So tell me now, right? So how many followers you got on Instagram?
About 220K.
So how do you find the time? Do you communicate with everyone all the time?
I don't. I used to be quite aggressive with it, yeah, and I got it to a certain point. But then, you know, obviously the agency takes up most of my time. So that's my primary focus. You know, with Instagram, I try to maintain a presence. So I do connect with people. I do build interactions and network with people.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something that like I'd like to always, you know, keep having there as one of my strategies. But yeah, like I definitely like to get a lot more, you know, happening with it. As you are.
Yeah, 100%. I'm a massive believer.
I love what you're doing. I love,
thank you.
yeah, I saw that growth, which is quite tremendous, which is amazing. Yeah, so I love the content strategy and the direction that you're going, and yeah, it's everything that I that I advocate for. You know, so
Well, it's good
yeah.
to get that feedback from you.
Yeah,
because,
yeah, no,
because
it's
I'm
awesome.
just having fun with it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no, I'm loving it. Yeah,
And I've only been
That's
doing it
awesome.
for what? Because I saw you met
Yeah.
like what, 6 months ago,
Yeah,
maybe even
last
longer.
year.
Last year.
Yeah, we met last
And I
year.
wasn't doing much then.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was inactive.
Yeah.
Even the style of content. I think now with the direction that you're going, like I can see you're going in a direction where you're trying to help people. Is you're not
100%.
Yeah, it's not just about you.
No,
And that's when you
100%.
realize like social media, it's not just about you, it's about helping others.
So well said, man.
Yeah.
And you know what? It is about me in a way, because when you give, you get this amazing feeling.
100%.
And I love that fucking
Yes,
feeling.
yes.
That is the best feeling
Yes.
in the world, man. When I
Yes.
get a DM
Yes.
saying you've made a difference in my life,
Yes.
or when I
That's
see a
the best
kid
feeling,
and they
yeah.
come up to me and shake
Yeah.
my hand and say, thank you, you made a difference in my life.
Yes.
I'll tell you,
Yeah.
that is the best feeling.
Yeah, yes.
And it's like you got to go out there and
Yeah.
you know it because
Yeah,
you've done it.
yes.
And for other people,
Yeah.
it's just go and try it out. And
Yeah,
you only
that's right.
you only get that by giving back without expecting anything in return.
Exactly right.
I
Yes.
love it. So tell me, what do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun?
Yeah, outside of work, what's your
yeah.
hobbies? What do you like doing?
My thing, main thing at the moment I've been doing is Muay Thai training.
Okay.
So I've been doing that for just around a year now.
How'd you get into it?
Oh, good question.
What made you do that?
Well, I've been doing a little bit of boxing, like here and there, like growing up, and I never really focused on it because I've obviously been focusing on travel and doing a lot of other things. But I found my passion in Muay Thai since I went started training again last year, and then I went to a kickboxing class. A friend of mine in St Kilda owns a gym. I started training with him. I couldn't kick to save my life, to be honest with you. So it took a lot of training, like just getting this hips movement and and then I just decided to like get a ticket to Asia. I went to Thailand.
Okay.
I did like a 1 month boot camp
Wow.
just to learn how to do Muay Thai proper.
Okay.
And that was probably the best thing I've ever done, like last year or
Yeah.
even like in the last 5 years, because it was focused on a lot of mental, like getting just being in that environment where I'm training with people that have 300 fights, 400 fights, an insane number of like fighters that are actually do this when they're like 8 years old. So so that's one of my biggest passions. So I started training here when I came back from Thailand. So that's definitely one of my bigger passions at the moment. Apart from that, travel. I've been in travel for like since 5 years, 6 years ago. So I love that.
So would I be right to say maybe that training stuff's your type of meditation?
Yes.
Am I right to say
Absolutely,
that, man?
yes.
So that's when you switch off, maybe?
Yes, that's true. You're right. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought so. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool because we can relate, because a lot of us entrepreneurs are always on the go. You
Yes.
don't stop.
So
I struggle to sleep at night. Okay.
Same.
Do you? Okay. So I'm sitting
Insomnia.
there. I'm doing a million things on my phone. I get told off by my wife all the time. She's like, "What are you doing?
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
off the phone."
Yeah.
So I'm doing a million work, and then at the same time I'm thinking about 10 other things.
Yeah.
I'm never switching off.
It's so true. Yeah,
So
you're right.
that's your way of switching off,
That's
man.
right. Yes.
And that's why
Yeah.
you love it so much.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it just becomes part of me now, and I feel that is literally my escape from the whole digital environment. You know, like
I knew it.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's coming up for you next? What are you working on? What projects are you working? What are you doing with yourself? What's next?
Great question. I've actually recently just launched my new book.
Okay.
It's called Social Media Uncovered 2020. And that book, I pretty much detail, how to use social media the right way, how businesses or brands can actually go in and really leverage each platform the right way to generate whatever result they're trying to achieve.
I love that.
It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point. I don't go around and fluff and just, mention all kind of technical jargons.
Yeah.
I get straight to the point. I actually give you actionable advice on how to do certain things on social media that will get you to where you want to go, in terms of your journey as a brand or as a business.
I love that. Social Media Uncovered 2020.
Social Media Uncovered 2020.
So what made you do that? So how long ago did you start the process of writing this book?
I've started 6 months ago. So
So why? Tell me. So you're sitting there,
last year,
okay,
yeah.
and you're like,
yeah, look, I've actually written another book.
Okay.
A couple of years ago.
Yep.
It's about Instagram marketing.
Yep.
And until this day, like I'm getting a lot of sales like from countries that I never even imagined, because I'm listed on Amazon, and I'm getting sales from like Japan, Korea.
I love that.
Countries I've
You've
never
never heard
thought.
of.
Yeah, exactly right. So that was really interesting. But I've always been passionate about being an author, because I believe, if you want to become the authority in the industry, you got to become an author. And that's one way to really push myself out and push my brand out. And apart from that, it's also just giving people value and just cutting through the noise, because I feel, especially in this industry, like you can hear a lot of mixed, signals and a lot of mixed messages, and people will tell you, do this and try that. And I feel a lot of this stuff is businesses or brands or even entrepreneurs get confused. Like, where do we start? This guy said this and this person said that, and so I felt like there's just a lot of noise out, and I just wanted to cut through that noise and give something that's really actionable, straight to the point. If someone reads this, like, they straight away know what to do next.
I love that. But at the same time, you said it without saying it, but you're actually a teacher.
Yes.
Being an author, you're teaching your passion and your
That's
love.
Right. That's right.
So it comes from you.
That's right.
Wanting to share your passion.
Yes.
Because you're passionate about what you do, right?
Exactly.
It's like, how do I share my teachings with other people?
Yes.
And how do I help other people that don't have those expertise to have a leg up?
Exactly right.
I love that.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yes.
So tell me, there's no set questions in these interviews, but there's only one set question.
Yes.
Which I ask every guest.
Yes.
So, you've had a great journey. You've traveled. You've done a lot of things that people dream of.
Yes.
You're still very humble, down to earth, which I love about that. And you're
Yes.
very open and honest. I love that
Thank
too,
you.
right?
Yeah.
Because it's about sharing your journey.
Yes.
So 20-year-old, 18-year-old, 30-year-old, boy or girl listening to this, and thinking, you know what, I don't know what I want to do next. Where do I go with my life? I want to start a business.
Yes.
What is your advice to them? What advice do you give them?
Yeah, good question. Yeah. I guess a starting point is to, I like to start at the end and work my way backwards. So my process, like, for example, when I take a brand on, a brand will say, okay, like, our goal is to hit, 5 million a year. That's our goal as a business. So I say, okay, let's start at the end goal, the 5 million. How do we get there? And then we work backwards. Based on that, so then I work projections in terms of, okay, like, if we were to invest X amount into advertising, we know we're hitting X amount of people, and based on that, we understand that the conversion rate is X amount, and then from there, we know where we can get to that number. But I guess, like, for someone that's young or entrepreneurial, like, think about what is your end goal first, and then work backwards. So if your end goal is, for example, is to have your own business, so look at what you want to do with that business and where you want to take that business, and then work backwards how to get there. So then start taking, training. I feel that a lot of the training that you see outside, or, the free training that you see outside, is all good, but it's missing one element, and that's the coaching element. because you can take a lot of information, but if you don't know how to implement it the right way and understand, if it doesn't go the right way, how do you pivot or how do you maneuver and actually, try to generate some sort of a good result out of it. You need to be able to use someone that has done it before, and follow them like almost like a mentor. I feel that would probably be something that's quite strongly advise getting a mentor, because that definitely helps you on your journey. Like in terms of implementing what you want to achieve.
I love that. It's a really good way of looking at it, isn't it? Start at the end and work your way back.
Yes. Yeah.
Because then you got a vision, you got a goal.
Exactly right.
And so how do I get there?
How do you get there? Yeah. It's almost like a timeline, and you just work your way down. Okay, how do I get, say, 5 million is my goal to make per year. Okay, how do I get to 5 million per year? And then from there, like, you actually work your way backwards. How many products do I need to sell? If it's an e-commerce product or services, like how many clients do I need to serve per how many year, and how do I achieve that, and what kind of product? And then figuring things out as you go along.
I like that.
Yeah.
Do you have an idol? Do you have someone that you look up to in the industry or outside the industry? Doesn't really matter where. Do you have anyone like?
Yeah, I've got a few.
Tell me one and why.
I like you.
I didn't pay him to say that.
I just wasn't endorsed.
No, but seriously.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I respect. There's a guy that like I really look up to in the industry. His name is Mars Beckler. He's on YouTube. Yeah. Very, very the type of guy that just gives up a lot of information with no fluff and just gives it to you straight
to the point.
Straight to the point.
I like that. You like that, huh?
Yeah, I love that, because I feel that a lot of people like we don't have time. We're constantly bombarded with so many messages and mixed signals and all that, and if you don't know how to cut through the noise and get to where you want to go, or you want to get to that solution quicker, you're just wasting time,
So true.
And time is money, as you know.
100%.
So.
And you know what? You'll never get that time back again.
Yeah, exactly right.
It's the most valuable thing in the world.
Exactly right.
All right. So tell me, with your business, right?
Yes.
What's like, what is your end game? Like, you're doing great things.
Yes.
I hear a lot about what you're doing.
Yes.
You're doing great things, and I love that, right?
Yes.
And I don't hear it from you. I hear it from other people, which is phenomenal, and I love that, right?
Yeah.
So they say the best kind of advertising is word of mouth.
Yes.
So I love about
That's
what you're
right.
doing there. And it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Where do you want to take this thing?
Oh, great question. You're hitting me with the right questions.
It's gonna get raw, man.
Yeah, I love it.
Where do you want
awesome.
to take this? There's no limit.
Yeah. Look, my plan is to take it internationally. So I've actually got one of my good friends is based in New York. Yeah. We've actually set up last year in New York to start getting the ball rolling and kind of test the waters, test the market. We do have a bunch of international clients we're already working with, like in the travel and luxury real estate space.
Yeah.
Which we're getting like amazing results for them. But
you did a shooting in Maldives. I saw
Yeah,
that.
we're in Maldives.
Is that relevant to this stuff?
Yeah. So that's our client now.
Yeah,
Sonova.
I saw something.
Sonova, yeah.
I'm
So
like, look at this guy. He's on a great holiday. He's doing work too. I saw that.
Yeah, we stayed at a villa that's they charge $30K a night.
Wow.
USD, yeah.
Did you have to pay that?
No. Yeah.
That's pretty cool, but I remember that.
So that we stayed there for about 4 nights.
Yep.
So like the whole value of the trip, like with the everything that they gave us, like that resort, was probably worth like 150 grand.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. So, mate, thank you for the chat. This has been fantastic. Again, so real, so raw, and I love that, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, where can people find you? And tell us about the book. Because where's my copy of the book, by the way? He didn't bring me a copy of the book. This guy. So tell me.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry, I'm not going to forget. I'm going to hit you up. So tell me, where can people find you on social media?
Okay, so smv.style, that's my Instagram. I'm more active on there. So that's probably the first channel I'd recommend for you to get in touch with me.
Yeah.
Apart from that, is socialconnection.au. That's my agency page. Yeah. Also very active with that.
And the book.
And the book on Amazon. If you type in social media uncovered or you type in just my name, Sam Founder, you'll find actually both books.
Yeah.
So the last book I've recently published, it's been published for a couple of days now. So
awesome.
it's been on the down low for now, just to get a better reviews for somebody people in the industry, and the next steps was actually to go build that advertising campaign for it.
I love it, man. Good on you.
Cheers.
You know, you have a phenomenal story.
Thank you.
You've done a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
And you know what I like about you? You're still very humble.
Yes.
You're always smiling. Yeah, I like that.
Whenever I'm around you, I smile.
It's me. So I love it. So thank you for coming
Cheers.
on the show.
No worries.
Yeah, guys, thank you for listening to us. Again, you know, there's such, you know, the theme is always the same. It's about working hard. It's about following your passion.
Yes.
It's about not giving up. And it's about being generous. What I mean by generous is that share your knowledge with everybody else, right?
Yes.
Don't keep it to yourself. Share it and help other people to get to where you are. That said, thank you for tuning in. You can listen to this on iTunes, Spotify, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel on the Sam Bashiri and give us as much feedback as possible. And until then, I'll see you guys next time, and God bless.